Have you ever been half asleep and suddenly felt your cat walking across your body? Not gently, not carefully, but like you're just part of the furniture. It's strange. It's slightly annoying. And honestly, it feels intentional. Because it is. Most people think their cat is just being random, or maybe restless, or just being a cat. But here's the thing. That behavior, it's not random at all. And what your cat is actually trying to communicate in those moments is something most owners completely miss. In fact, one of the reasons might already be happening every single night, without you even realizing it. Let's start with what it's not. It's not clumsiness. Cats are some of the most precise animals on the planet. They can land silently, walk across narrow edges, move without being noticed. So when your cat steps directly on your chest, your face, your stomach, that's not an accident. They chose that exact spot, which means there's a reason. And the first reason is surprisingly simple. They're checking if you're responsive. Think about it. In the wild, stillness can mean danger, or weakness, or even death. So when your cat sees you lying completely still for hours, part of their instinct kicks in. They need to confirm something. Are you okay? That gentle or not so gentle walk across your body is their way of testing your response. And the moment you move, shift, or react, they get their answer. You're alive, you're fine. You're still part of their world. But that's just the surface. Because what happens next is where it gets interesting. Sometimes they're not just checking. They're waking you up on purpose. And no, not because they're bored, but because they want something specific. Food, attention, interaction. But here's what most people don't realize. Your cat has already studied your behavior. They know exactly what works. Maybe stepping on your arm makes you twitch. Maybe walking across your chest wakes you faster. Maybe sitting on your throat gets the fastest reaction. So they repeat it. Not randomly, but strategically. They've learned how to control your attention. And every time you respond, even slightly, you reinforce it. Which means over time, that nighttime walk becomes a habit. But there's a deeper layer most people miss. And it has nothing to do with food. It has to do with comfort. Have you ever noticed how your cat doesn't just walk across you? They pause. They stand there for a second. Maybe they need slightly. Maybe they settle down afterward. That's not just movement. That's positioning. Your body is warm. It's soft. And more importantly, it feels safe. In the wild, cats choose elevated or secure places to rest. And to your cat, you are both a raised surface and a trusted presence. So when they step on you at night, sometimes they're just trying to find the perfect place to settle, even if that place is directly on top of you. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Sometimes it's not about comfort. It's about connection. Cats aren't as distant as people think, especially at night, when everything is quiet, still, and calm. That's when bonding behaviors become stronger. Walking across you is a way of reestablishing that connection. It's physical contact. It's reassurance. It's closeness. And if your cat does this regularly, it means something important. They don't just tolerate your presence. They seek it. Even when you're asleep. Quick pause here. If you've ever experienced this, and you're starting to see it differently now, that's exactly the point. Most cat behaviors look small on the surface, but they carry meaning underneath. So if you're enjoying this, make sure you stick till the end. Because the last reason, it's the one most people completely overlook. And it changes how you see your cat entirely. Now let's talk about something subtle, but powerful. Your cat might be monitoring you, not in a creepy way, but in an instinctive one. Cats are extremely sensitive to movement, breathing, and rhythm. When you sleep, your breathing changes. Your body relaxes. Your patterns shift. And your cat notices. Walking across you gives them information. They feel your breathing. They sense your movement. They check your state. It's almost like they're keeping track of you. And for some cats, this becomes a quiet routine, a silent check-in every night. But the final reason is the one that matters most, and it ties everything together. Sometimes your cat walks on you at night because you are their safest place in the world. Not the bed, not the room, not the house. You think about that. Out of every surface and every corner, every hidden space, they choose your body, even when it moves, even when it breathes, even when it's unpredictable. Because somewhere deep in their instincts, you feel safe enough. Safe enough to step on, safe enough to rest on, safe enough to trust completely. And once you start seeing it that way, that annoying midnight disturbance feels different. You notice the weight of their steps, the pause before they settle, the intention behind the movement. Because it was never random. It was communication. Quiet, subtle, easy to miss, but meaningful every single time.